Star Trek, the motion picture ending explained in detail. When Star Trek, the motion picture premiered in 1979, it marked the first time audiences had seen the original USS Enterprise crew on the big screen. While many fans expected high-stakes space battles and the swashbuckling charm of the television series, the movie delivered something far more contemplative, filled with sweeping visuals, philosophical musings, and a climax that remains one of the most enigmatic in the Star Trek franchise. The ending of the motion picture doesn't just wrap up a story about a deadly alien probe. It offers a profound meditation on humanity, evolution, and the search for meaning in a vast universe. To truly understand the ending, we need to explore the build-up, the revelation of VGR's identity, the sacrificial act that resolves the crisis, and the thematic implications that shape both the movie and the future of Star Trek itself. The mystery of VGR. At the heart of the motion picture is the entity known as VGR, a massive, incomprehensibly advanced machine cloud traveling toward Earth. Along the way, it destroys everything in its path, leading Starfleet to send the newly refitted Enterprise to intercept it. Throughout the film, Captain Kirk, Spock, McCoy, and the rest of the crew wrestle with the question, what is VGR? The mystery unfolds slowly, almost operatically. The Enterprise ventures inside the alien cloud, witnessing stunning, surreal vistas of machinery, lights, and cosmic structures. It's clear that VGR is not a simple weapon or alien aggressor. It is something far more advanced. The closer the crew gets to its core, the more obvious it becomes that VGR is searching for something. The entity is not simply destructive, it is purposeful. But its purpose is beyond human comprehension until the climactic revelation. VGR's true identity revealed. The great twist comes near the end. VGR is actually Voyager 6, an unmanned NASA probe launched from Earth in the late 20th century. In the film's lore, Voyager 6 was lost in a black hole and eventually found by a race of living machines, who repaired it and gave it the ability to fulfill its programming. That programming? To gather information and return it to its creator. But the machine race took the directive literally. They equipped Voyager with near-omniscient data-gathering capabilities and incredible technological power. Over centuries, it expanded into the vast entity now known as VGR. The problem is that, upon returning to Earth, VGR could not understand or connect with its creator, humanity, because, in its mechanical logic, humans seemed flawed, emotional, and imperfect. This revelation reframes the entire story. VGR is not an alien invader at all. It is humanity's creation, our own technology, amplified to godlike levels, now demanding answers from its makers. The danger comes not from hostility, but from an existential paradox. VGR seeks to know, why am I here? A question humans themselves still struggle to answer. Spock's realization and the human element. Throughout the film, Spock struggles with his own duality as half human, half Vulcan. At the beginning, he seeks to purge all emotion and embrace pure logic, paralleling VGR's existence as a machine being obsessed with facts and knowledge. But when Spock mind melds with VGR, he realizes something crucial. Pure knowledge without emotion, logic without feeling, is empty. VGR has accumulated countless data points but cannot grasp the meaning of existence. This becomes the key to resolving the story. Spock tells Kirk and the others that VGR is like a child, vastly powerful, yet incomplete. Just as Spock embraces his human side by the end of the film, VGR must learn to move beyond machine logic. And the only way it can evolve is by connecting with humanity on a deeper, emotional, even spiritual level. Decker and Ilya's sacrifice. The resolution comes in one of the most unusual climaxes in Star Trek history. The Enterprise crew learns that VGR demands direct connection to its creator, refusing to simply accept radio transmissions or data input. To truly join with its maker, VGR requires something more profound, union with a human being. This is where Commander Will Decker, the Enterprise's former captain, steps forward. Decker has been overshadowed by Kirk's return to command and conflicted about his role aboard the ship. But he also shares a deep bond with Ilya, the Delta navigator who was previously killed and replaced by a probe-like android by VGR. In a sense, Ilya is both herself and an extension of VGR. Decker decides to merge with Ilya/VGR, allowing himself to be absorbed by the entity. In doing so, he provides VGR with the human element it lacks: emotion, imagination, imperfection. The act is presented as both sacrifice and transcendence. Decker doesn't die in a traditional sense. Instead, he becomes part of something greater, helping VGR evolve into a new form of life. This merging completes the mission. VGR achieves a higher state of being, satisfied in its quest to connect with its creator, and the threat to Earth is lifted. The entity transforms, vanishing into another dimension, leaving the Enterprise and its crew in awe. The thematic meaning of the ending. The ending of the motion picture can be interpreted in several ways, each resonating with classic Star Trek themes. 1. Technology and humanity. VGR represents the dangers and wonders of technology. Humanity creates machines to explore the universe, but eventually those machines may outgrow us. The film asks, if our creations surpass us, will they still need us? Decker's sacrifice suggests that no matter how advanced machines become, the human element, our creativity, passion, and emotion remains essential. 2. Evolution and transcendence. VGR's transformation mirrors humanity's potential to evolve. Just as the machine entity transcends into a higher state of being, the film implies that humans too are on a path towards something greater. This echoes themes from earlier Star Trek episodes like The Changeling, which featured another Earth probe gone rogue, but with a more optimistic spin. 3. Spock's journey. Spock's arc provides the emotional core. By recognizing that logic alone is not enough, he mirrors VGR's journey toward wholeness. His acceptance of his human side allows him to empathize with VGR and guide the resolution, cementing his role as the bridge between machine logic and human emotion. 4. The search for meaning. Ultimately, VGR's question, "Is this all that I am? Is there nothing more?" is a profoundly human one. The film suggests that even the most advanced beings wrestle with existential doubt. The ending doesn't provide a neat answer, but instead celebrates the act of seeking, implying that the search itself is what defines sentient life. The ending's place in Star Trek history. While later Star Trek films lean more heavily into action, the motion picture stands apart as the most philosophical entry. Its ending is less about defeating an enemy and more about understanding one. In fact, the climactic moment isn't a battle at all, it's an act of union and empathy. This approach was divisive at the time. Some viewers found the ending too abstract, too slow, or too vague. But in retrospect, it embodies Star Trek at its most ambitious, using science fiction not just for spectacle, but as a lens to explore big questions about life, consciousness, and the future of humanity. The film's ending also paved the way for later explorations of similar themes in Star Trek. From the Next Generation's explorations of Data's humanity, to Voyager's meditation on technology and identity, to